Zo dadelijk op het podium van Club C, maar nu nog hier bij ons in de gezellig bloedhete studio toch wel. Passenger, hi Mike, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's a great day. We were just talking about the food at the festival ground.
Yeah.
I heard that there were mussels, but you said that you saw someone walking around with oysters as well?
With oysters. I didn't think there was any festival in the world that sold oysters. It's so civilized. It's amazing. Wonderful, wonderful.
So you, Werchter, 10 out of 10 for you already?
Man, it's incredible. Not just the food, but it seems so well organized and thought out. And it's been going for many years, right?
It has.
And you can kind of tell, it just feels like a lot of thought has gone into this place. It's really cool, man. Really cool.
Glad to hear that. It's really cool that you're playing the Club C in a bit as well, of course. Your music is pretty intimate. It's perfect for a club where there's an attentive, quiet audience. How hard or easy or difficult is it to translate that on a big stage like this?
Yeah, I think it's a different thing, you know. When I play just my own gigs, I think it's smaller, it's more intimate, and now I'm playing a bigger festival tent or stage. I think I just have to pick the right songs, you know, and pick the bigger sort of strummy songs and kind of give a lot to the audience, you know. But I was worried about it before because a month ago I'd never played something like this. And I was like, how am I going to do this just with a guitar? One guy and a guitar and a big audience. And I was like waking up in the middle of the night, like sweating and worrying about it. But it's been amazing, man. Like, it's really worked. I've really enjoyed it. And, you know, we played Pink Pop in Holland and a few in Germany and Austria and stuff. And all the crowds have just been amazing. So engaged. And it's wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, it's a wonderful experience I think you're having because you've been writing and playing music for the longest time. And then every artist hopes that this one song they write blows up, and it did for you with Let Her Go. How weird was it, like that sudden mass exposure, and to cope with that? Because I know you had to move smaller, like shows to bigger venues and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, look, it was a real shock. I've been doing this for 10 years, and 5 or 6 of those years I've been playing on the street, you know, just busking, we say in England. And so, like, you know, just every year the fan base would grow slowly and steadily, and I was happy just playing my songs to 200 or 300 people a night, whatever. And then I wrote Let Her Go, and I wrote it and I thought, that's a nice song, you know, okay. But I had no idea, man, like, when it started actually in Holland and then went to Belgium, and this Benelux was the first place where it started becoming successful. And then it just spread, man, like spread all over Europe. It went to Australia and the UK, and now it's kind of happening in the States a little bit as well. So, man, every day it just gets crazier and crazier, and I just try and smile and enjoy it all. This only happens very rarely for an independent artist to have such a big song. It doesn't
winning the lottery.
It really is. It really is. It's exactly the same kind of chances of things happening. So, no, I had no idea, and I love Let Her Go. Like, ask me in 20 years, after I've been playing it for 20 years, and maybe I'll feel differently. But
sick of it.
Yeah. Oh. But now, like, you know, every time I play it, the crowd just goes nuts, and that never gets boring. Like, I just feel very grateful that I have a song that I can play and give to people, you know.
When you're playing, can you actually look people in the eyes? Do you, or does that still scare you, or is it just one big blur of the audience, or can you read? Because a lot of people are holding up signs, for example, and I've heard artists who are like, they lose their concentration because they're reading the signs instead of thinking about what they're doing.
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, I definitely like to try and engage people, you know, like, because I've been playing small gigs all my life, and that's what you do when you're playing to 100 people. You look people in the eye and you interact with people, you know. And it is different, you know, when you play this, you know, it's a different thing. But you still try and keep it as personal as possible and as sort of connected as possible, yeah.
Have you still been busking? Have you already busked today? Because I know at other festivals you do.
Yeah, we're going to hopefully busk later on when it cools down a little bit.
Okay.
So after my set, we'll maybe busk in the evening.
A certain location you can already?
We haven't decided yet, but yeah, I'm going to tweet it and put it on Facebook when we know.
You're always welcome here, and we'll just invite a lot of people and have one big party.
All right, sounds good.
That's a deal. Thank you so much. Passenger, have a great show today.
Thanks.